Hello YouTube and welcome back to Multi-Tool School. The SOG Power Assist has the cool feature of an assisted opening blade. Another feature that I like is the bit driver, and today I'm going to try making some modifications to it. Stick around and join me. The SOG multi-tools, several of the multi-tools allow you to replace or swap out the tools, and so you can choose what you want to carry. And so I removed a couple of the tools that came with it and put in the bit driver, and it wasn't difficult to do. All you have to do is get a 1/4 inch socket and you can remove these bolts. I mean, really it was easy enough that I was able to do it successfully. The bit driver uses tension to hold the bit adapter in place. And here's the issue. Here's the drawback, perhaps. The tension is provided by a spring clip that fits here over the top and in this groove, and the ends are held in place here and here. And the spring clip springs, and when you use it, sometimes the spring pops off and disappears, depending on how good you are at digging around and finding a tiny thin piece of metal. That happened the first time, and I was able to find the spring and put it back. Then it happened a second time, and I couldn't find it. It's gone. You can't just order the spring from the website, and I didn't feel like purchasing the whole thing again. And I called a few times and was kind of getting a little frustrated. And then here last week, I got through to the right extension, spoke to a really nice, friendly customer service, and they said, yeah, we'll just send you a replacement. And they did. So how am I going to possibly prevent that from happening again? Well, I'm going to see about using a JB Weld type product, an epoxy that is supposed to work with metal, and this one's actually called Gorilla Weld. I think it's going to do the job. So that's the next step. I'm going to take a couple of drops of it and put one here and one here, and we'll see if that keeps it from coming loose again. We'll be right back. Well, they sent me the entire bit driver, which is cool, and the spring, which is all I needed. What I'm hoping to do is put the spring back on here. Okay, now let's give this a try. And seems to be in place. Got some cleanup to do where I got a little bit too much of the epoxy around there, but now we're going to let it cure, and we'll be back and take a look. Okay, we're back. It's been about 24 hours and the epoxy has set up, cured, seems to be holding real well. I'm going to take the point of this blade and slip it in between here and apply a little pressure and see if this feels loose. And it seems, oh, it is loose. Ooh, that's not good. The whole thing just came loose right there. So, it's back to the drawing board. Okay, I'm gonna try once again to find a way to anchor the spring clip onto the bit driver on this SOG Power Assist. Okay, I'm going to get this cleaned up and mix up another batch of, and this time I'm using JB Weld. Okay, looks like we might have it coated pretty good there. So it's time to let it dry, and we'll come back later and see what we got. Okay, it's a couple of days later. I had applied the JB Weld to hold the clip on, and it seems to have worked just fine, and it's gonna allow me to use the bit kit without the spring clip popping off and disappearing. So, I'll give this a try and keep you posted. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.